E aí pessoal, agora começar mais uma gameplay de Vampyr, nosso querido vampiro em busca de sua vingança. No último episódio nós conseguimos explorar bem o novo distrito aqui da Doca Oeste. E nesse episódio nós entramos então no esgoto e vamos explorar o esgoto para ver se as palavras do pastor, do padre, são verdadeiras. Então, bora lá. Aqui tá fechado. Vamos olhar bem por perto para não deixar
That
passar
doesn't
nada.
work. That doesn't work. There must be a way to control the water level in this reservoir. I need to find the wheel.
Lá vou aqui. Para ver se tem tesouro pra cá. Ou mais aqui é colecionável. Existe até alguma coisa. Sempre tem.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level. Gate should shut properly.
Agora sim. Quebra-cabeça mais rápido que eu já fiz. Não tenha ficado nada pra trás. Acho que não. Ainda tem água. Esses corpos aí. Rastro de sangue, então vai ter luta. Isso. Tinha alguém aqui.
I have this thirst for blood.
Muito cara de armadilha, né?
I cannot enter.
maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Eu, hein?
So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Paulada japonesa.
Once you've finished, I'll slaughter these Skals while singing your name! The power you can... Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon? I shall tear thee apart and spill my blood to the pissing wells! Return to your apothecary and needles. Down, stay. You found your death in me! I'm Virgil Banshee, the hand that crushes all!
Não era o bonzão? Cadê o bonzão agora, hein? Agora que eu mostrei quem é que manda na parada, tá ligado? Nossa, no passado deu uma ratazana, ó. Tá, parei.
It's locked, all right.
Porta destrancada. Tem nada.
At least one Skal escaped Virgil's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Esgoto sem de túnel de mineração. Foi de onde eu vim, né?
still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Não, não vou acabar com vocês. Não sei se é
Oh,
pelo
Bridget,
ou pelo
allowed me to
Enfim.
wander above some years back. It was unpleasant.
Bom, sem dúvida vocês dão pelo.
Ascalon has stalked us for ages upon ages. Your place is not here.
Meu lugar é onde eu quiser.
Your smell is enticing.
Prove pra você ver.
Keep your distance, Echo. Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Contanto que você não me irrite, sim.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Não sou seu mestre, pelo menos por enquanto. Ser inferior. Tá, para aí, não sou tão mal. E nem quero ser mestre de ninguém.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
Pense com lado bom, vocês estão cheios de rato pra comer. Esconderijo? Exatamente. Maça comum. Uma nova arma, um novo colecionável. Vamos ver, tá todo mundo curado. Você não. Quem que era você mesmo? Bom, não importa. Vocês são a mesma coisa? Acho que não. Você tá nível 3, você tá nível 2. Um 7,6. Bom, você é mais forte. E eu posso aumentar ainda mais o seu dano. Então acho que vale mais a pena usar você. Você dá dano, você dá atordoamento. Eu precisava melhorar alguma coisa de vocês também. Você é o melhor. Tá, vamos começar melhorando você. E eu quero dano. Nossa, tá dando pra caramba agora. E vamos melhorar você. Quero dano ou sangue? Acho que eu quero sangue, hein? Beleza. Já vamos equipar. Recuperar as armas e vamos dormir, descansar e upar. O que eu quero upar? Aumenta a regeneração de vida ao usar a mordida, dano. Eu quero mais sangue. Sobrou 1.500. Quanto que eu preciso pra você? 2.000. E você aumenta a minha cura. Beleza. Opa. Confirmar. Agora eu vou ter sangue pra caramba. E se eu jogar certo, praticamente não vou morrer. Nossa, ficou todo mundo doente? Como assim? ficou todo mundo com fadiga. Vocês pelo menos aumentaram. Ou só você com enxaqueca. Tá bom. Fazer o quê? Agora nós precisamos conversar com alguém aqui embaixo.
How is London? I've not seen you on the wall in such a long time.
É o desconhecido. Onde é que esse cara tá? Perdeu? Nenhum relacionamento. Rodney Grader. Bom, a véia chutando tá aqui. Supremacia dos Ekons. Mais um colecionável. E vamos falar com a véia.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. But
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why flee with
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask.
questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There...
Estranho. Ainda imaginei que a sombra era quem me criou, mas...
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
For how long have you been in...
Skals have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skals, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skals I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skals.
Can I be of service?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
You were once someone else. What happened?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth?
Live! Here we hug.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard.
We are the sewer Skals. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skal, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Brit.
Ainda assim,
How is London? I've
fazer o
not
cartão
seen
de
you
jogo.
before.
Achei o carinha que tava faltando.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his...
Then why did you kill...
That arsehole always mocked me for the colour of my skin. Usually I let...
Whatever you've done, you can't spend the rest of your life hiding here.
I just wanted to teach him a lesson. Not kill him. I'm not responsible for a murder if I didn't want to commit it. It was an accident.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
O que eu posso dizer?
I'll go back to the dock.
Então volte para as docas. Pra cá que eu tenho que vir?
I cannot enter.
Não é. Acho que eu olhei tudo por aqui.
We're at your mercy.
The
Will you end
vampire.
this? I don't. Will never
Old
find
Bridget
us.
says you are one to trust.
Ah, caveirinha.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Caraca, o que aconteceu aqui?
It's locked.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, Are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
This shelter is the tip of the iceberg. You hide your game well, I'll give you that.
We are God's children, Dr. Reed, one and all, and he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eon.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skals and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You've turned Skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I haven't the luxury of being able to satisfy my hunger on staunched blood and lifeless flesh.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Posso curar ele. Se eu abraçar ele, ele morre. Se eu curar ele, será que ele fica vivo? Bom, Eu vou tentar salvar ele, já que nessa rodada eu quero tentar ser o mais bonzinho possível e não matar ninguém. Se eu abraçar, eu mato ele. Se eu deixar ele em paz, pode ser perigoso. Espero que eu transformar ele, eu não acabe matando ele também. Mas vamos ver.
According to Skals, vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth?
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
O distrito sofrerá as consequências de suas ações e nós conseguimos mais um troféu. Eu não consigo falar com ele agora. Vamos ver. Aqui não tem ninguém. Bom, eu tenho que ir. Tenho que voltar para o hospital agora e fazer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coisas de fadiga e uma de enxaqueca. Isso.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there."
Isso me parece uma ameaça.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Além desse cara morto na tua frente?
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire Ichabod.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Stop fooling yourself. You've never faced a vampire before. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive.
Well, we did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
Tell me about the vampire you spared.
She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Who could have...
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Why is it that you sound so...
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it begged...
Goodbye.
Glad to see you.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I understand your fight, but the gangs are no joke. Are you sure you're safe?
I can defend myself. My only concern is about Giselle. I'm not sure my sister is able to fight anymore.
Lottie, tell me about...
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill. But I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you...
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead.
You saw nothing at all? A woman scream?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Pack.
You again?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well...
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed...
Giselle, tell me...
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs.
Hell.
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago.
We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his...
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that? Why does that upset you?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another fact.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack...
Who?
No one will...
Who killed...
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Did you see...
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave you...
Nossa, tem que voltar pra cá. Comerciante. Bom, acho que eu posso ir por aqui então. Vou pegar um atalho. Faltou conversar com um monte de gente aqui, né? Opa. Grande queda no FPS. Não é vocês que eu quero.
Good evening, young...
There's no need to call...
Show me what...
Caixa de música, carteira do homem morto, brocha antigo e peguei acho que mais alguma coisa ali. Enfim.
Good evening, Miss Gillingham.
Of course.
Dá pra conversar mais alguma coisa com ela?
So, Dr. Tippett.
Tell me, Enid, why do you...
I know I'm a burden to my Jack. I know my mind and my thoughts are drifting away. I'm so sorry. I can't help it.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not have to apologize for your condition.
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong.
Miss Gillingham, why did you give Martin Nightingale the watch I returned to you?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
But it was your son's watch, Miss Gilligan.
It was, wasn't it? I'm relieved you found it. Besides, it's more useful to him anyway.
Why don't you need to keep track of time?
I've spent my entire life marching to the tick of clocks and the ringing of bells. At my age, it's nice to finally be rid of those burdens.
Goodbye, Miss Gilligan.
Parece que era isso. Agora sim. Vamos pra cá. Aqui não tinha outra porta? Então vamos aproveitar isso daqui. Eu nem lembro mais quantas coisas pode dar. Vou fazer 10, já tá bom. Chefinho aqui. Bom, eu tô achando que não. Bom, de qualquer forma, nós vamos ficar por aqui nesse episódio. Espero que vocês tenham gostado até aqui. Peço então para deixar aquele like, compartilhe e comenta no canal o que vocês estão achando. E nós se vemos no próximo episódio. Tchau, tchau.